Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Joe Froze. Back with another free picks video for y'all today. You already know what time it is, man. It's winning time, okay? We've been on a hot streak on this channel, okay? So this video is coming up a little bit late. I've been trying to fix my sleep schedule in all honesty. Honestly, it's been a little bit better. Today I woke up at like 10 a.m. instead of 4 in the afternoon. So yeah, your boy's been trying to fix the sleep schedule, but nonetheless, the games start pretty late today, so we got some time to get these picks out. So if you're seeing this, appreciate you for pulling up. Drop a subscribe. As you can see, we are 3 subscribers away from 300, boys. So the climb is steady, but it's hey, we're still going up, man. We're still going up. So I appreciate y'all, boys, for tuning in. I'm gonna go ahead and recap yesterday's picks. Well, I didn't do picks yesterday on Sunday. I didn't like the slate. Usually, I don't force anything on Sundays because a lot of people betting on Sundays. Just kind of how I roll. But recap for Saturday. We had an amazing day. 3 for 3 on our picks. First one here was our free pick. This was our pitchers that I gave you guys on the YouTube video for Saturday. Yamamoto was on the cover. Our boy Yamamoto cashed us. Under 6.5 hits allowed was absolutely easy versus the D backs. Very low scoring game. And yeah, didn't have much to sweat out on there. And then Chris Sale under 5.5 hits allowed was also amazing pick for us. A little bit of a sweat there. As y'all can see, he ended up at 5 hits allowed. But that's why we take these under hits allowed, man. They've been great for us. I've been finding good spots here with like the teams. And we have a system. We have a system. We've been doing really good on these like pitcher slips, these two mans on underdogs. So yeah, we cashed this one for the free slip. Next up for VIP, we went 2-0. First up, we had the hit slip for Tatis Guerrero and threw in Yamamoto, and there's the anchor on chalkboard. This one cashed for us here beautifully. Tatis was amazing. I believe he just had one hit and then got like walked the other two times. But Vladdy here, he did hit a home run that game, and he was like doing great that game. Before that, he was not looking good. He had a couple bad games in a row, so we were taking a little bit of a chance on him. But he ended up coming through for us, so that was good. And then obviously Yamamoto, I took him for under the hits allowed, and I took him for strikeouts as well. So he cashed us in a big time there. And for our hit slip in VIP, we take under hits on this one. Corbin Carroll ended up only getting one hit. He was like 1 for 4, I want to say something like that. So that was good. Good season hit rate on the under two. And then JT ended up voiding out here. He didn't even end up playing this game versus the Blue Jays, and I probably believe that's because he hasn't been good. At least when you see a guy that's lower 1.5 hits and his hit rate is over, I think it was over an 85% hit rate on the season, for lower than 1.5 hits. So that tells you something. It tells you his contact rate isn't too good. So I believe if he would have ended up playing, he would have went under. But anyways, it voids out. So we ended up having a really good day the other day, boys. So hey, as y'all can see, we've been on a hot streak, man. We've been doing pretty good on the channel, man. So tune in to the picks, boys. We've been doing it every single day. Okay, spare yesterday, but before we get into today's picks, boys, as y'all know, if you guys are on these apps, Underdog, Chalkboard, Sleeper, Dabble, whatever. They're all trying to get up on you, man. They're all trying to take your money. That's why I say don't gamble. For most of these people, man, 9%, it's going to be an issue. But when we're here, we're trying to get an advantage on these guys, bro. I ain't going to let these guys take money from me. All right, most certainly. So get their promos, get their sign up bonuses. They want you to take these sign up bonuses and lose all of it, bro. That's what they want you to do. Okay, so what you're going to do is get those sign up bonuses, make money off of them, and then keep just betting on promos. Get 30% boost. Like these are 30% boosts. I've been getting a bunch of 30% boosts from Underdog. I wasn't getting anything from them for a while, honestly, on Underdog. Because that's why I stopped using Underdog because they weren't giving me shit. They weren't giving me promos. They weren't giving me anything because I'm a winning better. Okay. So now, if you guys have promos, if you guys have any of this stuff, take advantage of them while you can because they will limit your account if you're good at what you do. And I'm good at what I do. So all these apps, use code Joe Froze. You guys will get sign up bonus. Also, you guys will get a free week in the VIP. Okay. So use code Joe Froze, get all these sign up bonuses. You get a free square as well for Drake May on Chalkboard. But also, most of these apps will just give you a free bet or like any kind of like promo bet when you first sign up. So take advantage of that stuff, guys. Don't let them get over on you. Don't let them uh, get you in this vicious cycle of this gambling stuff, man. Because I know how bad it can be. I've been watching a lot of documentaries on gambling addicts, bro. It's just been bad. But Our goal here is to get small spots, not like chase a bunch of bets. Just get a bunch of. We're really trying to predict the game script, is what we're trying to do here. Okay, and we've been doing pretty good recently. So let's get into it, man. Let's get into it. First bet for today is going to be pitchers. As you guys know, we always do pitchers, and we got our boy. We got our boy Logan Henderson again. Okay, Logan Henderson has been amazing. Okay, we took him last game versus the Pirates to get strikeouts. He did great. He had 8 strikeouts, 2 earned runs, 4 hits allowed versus Pittsburgh. But the spot that we're in today is hits allowed under for Logan Henderson. Okay, so you're able to get his line right now on underdog for 5.5. And I feel like that's a really good line for Henderson here on the under. Pulling it up here, as you can see, his hit rate in his last 10 is 10%. But on the season here, you can see he's only gone over this whole season one time. And I don't even know he only played 10 games, but basically only cleared the over on this one time against the Twins when they were hot. That's when the Twins were really good, was like mid-May, late May into June, when they were hitting all those home runs. Buxton was still there. But recently, not been too good. And you can see that he's playing some pretty decent teams here. He had the Marlins, who are pretty okay. Dodgers, only 2 hits allowed versus the Dodgers in May. Pittsburgh, who had been pretty decent up to that point, like batting wise, and only allowed 4 hits versus them. So going against San Diego here, this is the matchup that we're looking at here, guys. As you can see, I mean, averages are pretty solid. You know, second and last 15th average. On base percentage is fifth. But looking at, I mean, his hit rate historically here, he's only hit over one time. And I know the Padres have been surging recently. So that's kind of why I like to come into the team rankings here and see really the raw numbers. So I like to come to hits per game and kind of see what we're dealing with here. So, like I said, Pittsburgh on the season, #1 team for hits on the season. Okay, surprisingly, Dodgers are up there, Colorado's up there, Tampa Bay. That doesn't necessarily indicate that you're a good team just because you're getting hits, but it does say a lot about like your batting lineup, pretty much. So when I filter here for like the worst teams, you guys can see San Diego is bottom 5 right now in hits on the season, 7.79, which is, I mean, relatively to the league. I mean, the lowest is 7.55, the highest is 8.87, so it's not much of a difference. But when you come to the last three as well, you can see the most. Miami has the most in their last three. Cubs, Boston, Colorado. When I filter down, you guys can see San Diego's here at 8. So they kind of remain steady at that like 7, 8 hits per game. Considering that Logan Henderson averages about 3.4 hits allowed per game, San Diego's at about 8 hits on the season. He's probably going to pitch about 5 to 6 innings. I expect him to get anywhere from four to 5 hits allowed, boys. So at that 5.5 line, taking the under, it's probably like that Chris Sale play that we just took the other day. He could get close. He could get to like 5. I know the Padres have been solid, but it's going to take a lot. It's going to take a lot for him to go over 6.5. I feel like beyond that point, he'll probably just get taken out, or the Brewers have a great bullpen. So I think in this spot here, it's a great place to be on the under here for Logan Henderson, and that's going to be our first pick for today, boys. And for our second pick, of course, I'm taking these on underdog. This is the pick. I already sent it out to my winnable. Logan Henderson under 5.5 hits, and then Skubal, which we'll get into right now. Guys, if you're not on my winnable, make sure you tap in for free. I sent this to my VIP and my free members. But as you guys can see, we've been winning. I've been sending a bunch of picks in here for them. And like I said, everything I just showed you guys, it's posted up in here. And guys are winning. Guys are seeing it. They're winning. So we've been going crazy on that. You guys can tap in for free on the store. It's going to be the link in my bio. There's a free plan and also the VIP as well. Guys, it's 10 days. Or sorry, $10 for 3 days to try it out for 3 days. So it's basically like a free trial for 3 days. Um, and $10, I mean, you spend that on a freaking Big Mac combo, bro. So try out the picks, make some money, boys. If you don't like it, I mean, it's 3 day trial. Well, you're not gonna die. All right. So getting into our next play for today, we got the boy Skubal. Now, last time we took him versus the Cubs, man, it was 7.5 strikeouts. That was not a winning play. He ended up getting 6. Now, I believe he probably could have went one more inning, man. 2 earned runs, 4 hits, man. I feel like that's a good enough to keep going, but Dave ended up taking him out, Dave Roberts. So here in this spot versus the Royals, I know the Royals have been a solid team when it comes to hits allowed, but that's the spot that we're going to be on. Excuse me, not hits allowed. Earned runs is going to be the spot that we're on. Now, under 1.5 is solid. Obviously, you guys can see he's cleared it. Six out of his last 10 on the over. So that is a little bit concerning. But what we're going to do here is bump this lineup to 2.5, if I can get it here. Under 2.5 here is the line that we're getting him on here on underdog. And that's giving us a 1.6 payout here on underdog, which is fine by me. And that's how we've been making consistent profit on these pitcher unders, man. So Tarik Skubal under 2.5 earned runs. You guys can see he's only gone over on this one 30% of the time on the season, a little bit less than 30% of the time. But we can see the teams that he's going over against gets just gets shelled. So Brewers were looking good in early April. Obviously, one of the best, the most wins in the league right now. Milwaukee Brewers. Guardians were a little bit better back then in June. Yankees were doing good, pretty much there. They lost that game. And this was on Detroit as well, so he had a lot of pressure over there. Now he doesn't have as much pressure on the Dodgers. He did just give up two earned runs versus the Cubbies, but Cubs have been one of the best offenses lately. So for this hit right here, guys, going against KC, you guys can see I already played him this season when he was on Detroit. I believe that was his last game actually versus on the Tigers was against the Royals, and only gave up one run, four hits, 12 strikeouts. One of his best games of the season to date. Only on 91 pitches, which is crazy. But under 2.5, boys. I mean, we're looking at a team here. When I come to their runs per game, this is a very important stat. Runs per game for the team. You guys can see the ones with the most: Washington, Cubs, like I said, Dodgers up there, Milwaukee, White Sox, stuff like that. Come down to the bottom, you guys can see Kansas City's bottom five in runs per game at 4.13. So a whole run less than like the Cubs, which he just played. So I think all that together kind of connects here. Last three, you guys can see KC, they're pretty solid at like four runs per game. So considering that Skubal, when I come to his player stat here, earned runs about 1.9 per game. Okay, so if we were getting him at 1.5, I think it's a little more risky. But under 2.5 seems like a very solid spot here. Just played him like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, and had one of his best games of the season against them. So in this spot here, boys, this is the slip that we are taking. Okay, I'll come back to it once again. But Logan Henderson under 5.5 hits allowed versus the Padres. I know the Padres have been surging a little bit better. Tatis has been looking good, but Henderson's been good, man. Henderson's been good. He won against the number one hits team in the league and only allowed four hits. Okay, so maybe he gets five. Maybe he gets close to it, but I don't think there's a world where he goes over 5.5. And then Skubal under 2.5. Obviously, just had one of his best games. I just said it. And this is the slip for today, boys. Guys, if you want my full slate for today, I'm going to be posting some VIP picks. I'm going to be going live on TikTok as well. Make sure to follow me over there. Make sure to subscribe. Let's get to 300 subscribers, boys. We're almost there. We're almost there. But yeah, guys, join the Winnable. Get on the free plan. Get on the VIP if you want to try it out. $10 for 3 days. Basically just a free trial at that point. And yeah, boys, appreciate y'all. Thank you for tuning in. Y'all have a good one. Hope the bets cash. Peace.